Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today I want to show you a game by Alexander Morozevich against wely from 2008, Amber, Rapid and Blindfold. Unfortunately, this tournament is not has been ended. There is a saying that if you close a tournament for 1 year, it never reappears. So I don't know if there are any exceptions to this rule, but unfortunately, this excellent tournament and very popular among professionals is not continuing anymore. And I know that a lot of interesting games, particularly from this tournament, appeared. I know that all viewers you like Alexander Morozevich, and in the 2000s he has been extremely strong. He was in top 4, I guess, or top 3 at some point, but everyone believes that he didn't fully reach his career heights. Well, from that other point of view, if he had this huge ranking and played in round robin World Cup, World Chess Championships in 2005, so he was a very good player. Another idea why I decided to show you this game is that it's Albin Counter-Gambit, which I play now with black, and I think it's a good opening for blitz chess. It has very clear counterplay, and the opponent will never be ready. You're playing against whoever it is, and they will never like the move you're making, because you have to remember a lot. Not to remember, but the game becomes white and black, like they change sides, because black starts attacking and they pawn down, and white has to defend a lot. When you're going for a game with white and play d4, so you don't want to have a lot of defense. So let's see the game. wely, he was I think top 30 something, but never couldn't really compete with top players. I think that was his problem. He played all the vacancy tournaments, and at some point he had terrible score in it. It was his worst tournament for lifetime, and it was the only elite tournament he was always invited. So he played d4. I think wely plays this move all his life, so he is very accustomed with this. d4, d5, c4, and e5. So this is the counter gambit. You opening up your bishop, and you winning a tempo in the center. So, but you giving up something. So this pawn on e5 is not protected. So white take it, and black plays d4. So they just take this c3 square, and not now this d4 pawn is not attacked, and somehow this e5 pawn it's an extra pawn for white, but white can reinforce it with pieces, and black, in many instances when I play it, I managed to take it back. So it's kind of semi sacrifice. Knight f3 the main move. Knight c6, developing and attacking the e5. knight b2 d2. So you notice that this c3 square has been taken, so white has to play knight to d2, and later they will play knight to b3, and these three pieces will attack the e5. But it's not the end for this pawn, and Morozevich actually, not in this game, but he has this idea to play knight to e7, because this e5 takes the square from this knight as well, from this f6, and he goes to f5. That's very rarely seen. But Morozevich is known for his original style and in the openings as well. So knight g to e7, a3. You want to take this b4 square for white, because black can pin the knight, and somehow white is also want to play b4, so to place the bishop to b2. So a lot of ideas for white here. Bishop e6, okay, very nice move. They kind of stop this knight from moving, because if it moves then c4 isn't free, and black is actually preparing castling inside. So white came to play like boring queen's gambit position, and now there is opposite side castling and crazy, totally crazy game, and you're playing against Morozevich. So again, just consider playing it, at least try in the internet, and then you'll see that a lot of and it's very easy. Yeah, it's in every position you just play these knights, and you put them to g6 and attack the e5. So that's it. g3, queen d7, lining with the queen and bishop, and black wants to exchange this fianchettoed bishop on g2. So reasonable play. And Morozevich plays it immediately. I would play castles most likely, but Morozevich plays like very straightforward chess, and it's a blindfold, so I think players tend to play more, not to mix up the moves, yeah, so they play very straightforward. Engine gives whites quite good advantage, plus 1.5, but it's a game. Castles, engine suggests takes, and in many instances when you play, let's say with black, let's say dragon, yeah, you have bishop on g7, and white always tends to play bishop to h6. So I don't see many players capturing this bishop, but it's actually an engine move in many instances, yeah, because it is considered that queen you need in the center, but in h6 it's kind of attacks, but it's very easy to defend this h7 pawn. So for some reason, so wely didn't take it. Takes, and long castle. So engine gives white quite good valuation, 1.6 for b4, and wely played it. This is idea to play b5 and throw away this knight somewhere. Knight g6, preparing to take on e5. Bishop b2 and h5. So it's like 1 minute game, basically. Just black castle, the black played h5. I would play h4, but wely played the main move, b5, which is the best move. Takes, and he took on d4. Now again white is pawn up, and they develop their bishop. So but in this position I don't think it really matters this pawn so much, because the game will not end in just a boring endgame. Morozevich took on f3, a bit strange decision, but it's the engine move. I'm just when I play, I try not to exchange too much pieces, and I like this to be too nice here, but there is obviously an attack on e5 as well, so Morozevich won a tempo. And h4. Black wants to take on h3, play queen h3 check, and mate black. In this position, Van Wely took on a7, proposing this exchange on d7. If white exchanges the queens, then they obviously okay. Definitely Morozevich doesn't want to exchange the queens. And actually this bishop takes a7 is the losing move. Queen g4. Now very unpleasant knight f4 is a threat, and queen is attacked on d1. Queen c2 takes, and b6. I'd play something different. I'd play definitely queen to h3, but b6 is black can take this bishop later because it has nowhere to run. a4, freeing the trying to free the bishop, but I'm sure Morozevich was not even considering taking it. He just disconnected it from the game, and now he has a huge attack going on against king, which has well, it has some protection, of course, but not enough against the queen and two pieces, basically two rooks, because every rook can be sacrificed and the other will join, so with a mating attack. The black is winning, so e3, trying to defend with the queen. Rook h3, doubling on the h file. Knight, king h1, doubling the second rook. Rook f2, defending h2. And in this position, if you can find a move for black, so Morozevich played bishop takes g3. It's obvious move because this pawn is pinned. So Van Wely prepared this rook to g1, pinning the bishop, but in this position you can find a very nice mating combination played by Morozevich. So Morozevich just took on f3, and if you take this very nice mate into white has extra material, but black is just mating. Alright, that was the video of the day. Thank you very much, and see you next time.